Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And as you can see, we are quite literally starting right where we left off. Now I went in between this episode and the last one to mess with the sound. Let me know if the sound is any better from this episode from the last one. I think it is, but I'm gonna let you guys decide on that one. But we're gonna go ahead and continue the game. We did get into a fight here, that's why I paused it, so we can show you guys that. And you can see somebody's sneaking up on us, and this guy does have a weapon. Let's see, can we knock it off of him? Oh, you know, he even has a radar unit. Well, we definitely want to get that from him. Oh, he's about to blow up. Let's go pick up this block. Grab the radar unit. Oh, wow, that took some damage right there. So let's put down our repair bubble and our shield, or not shield, our solar reactor, so that we can go ahead and repair those blocks. So we definitely don't want those to be destroyed. There we go. We got somebody else coming for us. Where is he? Oh, man. Okay, well, we got his weapons, and we got a new weapon out of it. Look at that, guys. And another, no, that's not a radar unit. That is one of those, what are they called? The Venture right angle bracket. A right angle bracket piece, a sturdy and lightweight solution for when you want to stick that thing on the side. And of course, you can stick it over here on the side like that, and then put something on top of it, like a weapon or the radar unit itself. It's kind of good for airplanes because it's very, very lightweight. You don't really have to worry about it destroying anything, or weighing your bot down, I should say, destroying anything. I guess we're going to leave that guy there. I don't really like having him this close to my base, but as long as he's here, he's not doing any damage to me, and I think we can deal with it. Though we do want to kind of mess around with the resources over here, so let's drag a few of them over here. Now remember, if you attach this piece right over here, the one with a little red circle on it, it's called the GSO delivery cannon. This thing will sell anything that it can get its hands on. So if you want to keep those resources, if you want to keep them so that you can you know, experiment with them, don't attach this to the main part of your base. Keep it off to the side. Now eventually you can set up a little path that the resources can take, and they can be auto sold after you have gotten to the point where you realize there's nothing there that you can use that's of any value to you. So that's something you could do later on, but at the very beginning I wouldn't be too concerned with it. In fact, the right angle bracket is kind of a neat little item. I think I'm going to put it over there on the base. Now I'm going to get some of these resources right here, the ones with the little blue stone on it. You can see they are called the titanite, or a very dense hard metal ore. It can be refined into a very strong, pure, light metal. So that's going to be used for, I don't know what that's going to be used for, actually. I don't know all the recipes, and most of the other playthroughs, I never really concentrated too much on it, even though it's highly important, because it's kind of hard to find some of these, and especially the very last one, I got a map that just sucks so bad for resources. I traveled most of the map, and you guys can even go back and watch it, and I didn't see anything there that they've reached the limit. They can't carry any more. So what we are going to do is grab some of these and drag them over here. They will be picked up. It's really, really hard. I wish you could kind of click on the base and say, oh, just go ahead and sell all the wood, or sell all the certain type of material, or you can see like the exact numbers and say sell 5 or sell 3 or sell 2. That way it's a little bit easier than just clicking on here, because you are like an advanced civilization. You're traveling to other planets. That's the storyline, is you're dropped here as a galaxy overpopulated, and this is your way of not only standing out, but like making a little bit of something for yourself. So yeah, it's you should have that technology to be able to make things a little bit easier on you, and there's nothing left in that. Well, we're gonna leave that stuff there. Well, we might pick it up by accident here, actually. Yeah, well, not really accident, but it's just gonna get in the way. And we are gonna come over here and destroy some of this red stuff if we kind of angle our bot a little bit better. Now he is kind of wonky. I do want to change this up. I know some of you guys have you know, asked me to change my bot up from time to time, saying that it just drives them nuts when it's not symmetrical and it's lightweight or off center, and there's issues with it. Well, you know, when you don't have the blocks, you don't always get to build the ideal bot of your dreams. It's something we definitely will be working on, and constantly creating something better than what we had before. But yeah, it's a work in progress, and I do the best I can. And a lot of the time, we actually find something more interesting than we found before with like an idea of a design, simply by allowing ourselves to experiment with that kind of stuff. So let's see, can they make anything yet? No. We need that one type of ore that we're just not gonna find over here. Let me look around, see if I can find it. It's the same kind of ore that I showed you guys earlier in the first episode that made these regular GSO 1 blocks. So, in fact, I can come over here and show you by simply clicking on the fabricator. Actually, not clicking on it, but highlighting it. Just hovering my cursor over it for a couple seconds, and the little thing will pop up. There you go. And it's this stuff right here. You really need that to work with almost anything else. So until we can find a steady supply of those, there's not much more we can do. If we can find a recycler, if we get really, really lucky and find a recycler, we can take blocks apart that we find off of the enemies. So like tires and stuff like that, we'll be able to take apart and get those few pieces of ore that we really want. In fact, I think this is the ore right here. You can see a little bit, a little sliver in there of gray. So that might be it. Let's go ahead and shoot a little bit off. And I can't see it right there. I think that's it. Come on. There we go. Yep. That's the ore we're looking for, guys. So we're going to go ahead and drag that back. We can only take 3 at a time. So I'm only going to grab 3. As you can see, there's 1 block of ore that I kind of dragged and dropped it underneath your bot. You can kind of see that it will lift your bot up. That becomes a thing, a very, very tough thing to really counteract when you get to a higher level, where you're not a higher level, but a bigger bot. You know, the bigger the bot gets, and the bigger the wheels you have, the higher up off the ground you get, and the easier it is for this stuff to kind of get caught underneath your guy and start lifting you up and causing just like this massive headache that it really, really sucks. So let's see, are they gonna go ahead and make anything out of that? Can they not refine that? Oh no, they're still refining other things. Okay, let's see what's next. Is there just not enough room? Maybe there's not enough room. I don't know. Let's see. We can drag this off and put it over here on the back, and then we can drag these and put it on top. There we go. So it's gonna do it like that. I guess that's better than nothing. Let's drag that over there. We'll put that on. Grab that little piece. We can grab it without knocking our whole bot apart. There we go. Well, if we move this... Nope, still not... What we have to do is we need to take that off and put that on real quick. No! No, 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 no. You are not selling that butt cheese. Wow, that... there we go. They've made something. Now, the ideal way to do this is to take this piece and move it and take it off of the conveyor belt. And by doing that, you are able to make items. Holy crap, look at that, guys. We just made a fuel tank. We just made a fuel tank, guys. That is amazing. Okay, I'm going to drag this over here so it can make... where's it at? Did we lose it? Did it fall in between the earth? I mean, where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. Okay, what are you guys going to make with that? Going to make something. I know you are. Ooh, check it out. They made a light. Okay, we've already made a light before. They've also made a wheel. I think that's a back wheel, right? Yep, that's one of those. We definitely haven't found that yet. Close down that little stream button. This is a GSO stabilizer wheel. It allows you to turn more on an angle than you were able to before. And we haven't found this bulldozing thing yet either, so we'll attach that to our base. And the light we have found. We can go ahead and just attach that to the base somewhere, because I kind of want to experiment more with the lights now that my computer can handle it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Well, we need to go back and get more of those resources. That ore that I was showing you guys earlier. Is this not attached to it anymore? There we go. We can put it on that side at least. Okay, yeah, buddy. We know you're still there. In fact, let's get a little bit of this green stuff right here and see if we can turn this into something. No, he's going to blow up now. Yeah. Well, we get a block out of it. I mean, it's not a complete loss. And hopefully, we don't get another guy to spawn over here if we're lucky. Let's drag that over here, get that refined. Now, remember, guys, some of the resources need to be refined to make items, and some of them do not. So it's a combination of refined and non-refined items that end up making, the finished product. Sometimes more than just one piece to do it all. So you'll have 2 or 3 pieces in there, and you have to get that actual fabricator that allows you to do multiple pieces other than just 1 or 2. It's not easy to find. It usually takes me quite a long time to find the 3-slot fabricator, but every playthrough is different. Some playthroughs you'll go in there and you'll find stuff incredibly quickly, and other playthroughs not so much. And I guess we don't really need that. And we need to go back and deliver this stuff anyways. I forgot I even had it on the back of my bot. Now we do have a fuel tank. Fuel tanks are highly combustible. They will explode, and when they blow up, chances are they're going to take a lot of your bot with you, or with them, I should say. So you're not really wanting to put this in a vulnerable spot. In fact, I would highly suggest not even using this for the time being until you get some thrusters. Like, it's not going to serve you any purpose whatsoever at this point. You need the thrusters before you can do anything else. So I think what we're going to do is, if that is attached, and it is, that means I can take this off and those pieces will stay there. Okay, so we're going to put this in the back, and then we're going to grab these resources and put them up here. If we can get them to... No, 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 no. That is not going to happen. Whew. That seems to only happen with the valuable resources. I don't want that to ever happen with. Okay, so let's look at the resources that we have used before and try something different. Let's scroll down. So we've tried the blue or purplish ones. 2 of those will make that. Let's see, the red and the plumebite, yeah. The raw ore and the rubber brick will make the wheels. So I guess we haven't tried the blue and... Yeah, we haven't tried the blue. Let's grab one of those real quick and bring it over here. And see if we can put this on there. Get it in there. I don't know why I had such a hard time getting those in there. It's almost because they are so important. Let's see, what does that make? Oh, it's going to make something. Oh, look at that, guys. We made a drill out of it. Now, we've already discovered this before. And what you could do, as I said before, if you have the recycler, is you could take those pieces and then recycle them and get kind of some of your stuff back. So now what we really need to do, because there's still a lot of variations of the same thing that we can do, is we need to look a little bit more for those ores that we were just finding a minute ago. I'm actually going to put this on here. It's going to help protect the base a little bit. And let's see. Well, I don't really need... I guess I don't really need this right here, but it's protection, so I'm going to leave it on for now. Let's take the light off. I'm going to save those over here at home. It's going to make it easier for me to find my base as well if I ever get lost, if you have a lot of lights on things. And I'm going to leave, yeah, the radar over here just in case I ever get one destroyed. But they drop pretty often. I mean, it's not too hard to find those. It used to be. When the game first came out, it was incredibly difficult to find those things. And, oh, there's another one over here. Holy crap, this is the best map I have ever gotten. This is by far the coolest thing ever. I love finding these resources. I don't know if they've upped them or what, but the new patch isn't out yet. That's supposed to come out sometime whenever. They've been taking their time on that one. I know they've said they're going to do it like 2 or 3 times already, and I don't know why it's not coming out on the schedule, but either way, I mean, the game is highly enjoyable, and I think if we can get back to our base spot, which shouldn't take too long, it's going to be fairly cool on this one, because I think I'm going to go big. Like, I'm talking big. I want to find what the max of this computer and the game can handle and push it to the limit, like I always do. And that means it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. Okay, so where are we going to put this? I guess we can put that there. Now we need to grab a few of these pieces, but first we need to put them on here. Oh man, that does not like going up here where I want it to go. Okay, let's see if we can get it there. Well, it went on there, but that's not what we want. We want it actually, okay, there we go. It's in there. Let's grab one of these and put it over here on the side. And we'll grab this one right here. Now let's see, have we used those little blue water droplets in anything? I don't think we have. No, we have not. Okay, so let's grab one of those, put it over here inside. Why does it want to go underneath all the time? Let's get it on the top, guys. Come on, you know you want to do it. Can it not go in there? Is that the issue? It just can't go in there, huh? Maybe. That might be it. Okay, so that one went in. Nope, that one does not want to go in. Okay, so what else do we have? We have the green material. We use the green material. I don't think we have. No, we have not. Okay, so we're going to grab some of that. I should use the actual name of the material instead of just calling it by its color. Come on, get in there. I'm not familiar enough with them, though, to call them by their name. Okay, there we go. Nice. We got a GSO multi-seeker AI module, an essential component to be able to assign specific roles for techs in the fleet. Now, because you can make these, if you can make the anchors or buy the anchors over here in the terminal. In fact, I'll just go ahead and buy one because they're kind of cheap, and I want to show you guys what this looks like. Let's come down here and see if we can find. And you can see the GSO multi-seeker AI modules. They're pretty expensive. They're not cheap, so you're saving yourself quite a bit of money if you just look around. So let's go ahead and buy one of these. You'll see it's deducting the money from my account up here in the top left corner. And then it says it's going to be delivered. It dropped it already. And if we put this down right here and stick this on top of this, now this guy can spin around in a 360-degree angle. And if we give him a weapon, you know, of course he's going to be looking at my base because that's his main function is to protect that. But we can give him one of our weapons. I really don't want to, but yeah, let's give them at least one. Make sure we face it the right direction. You just want them all facing one way. I guess you could have them facing different directions, so when he fired in all directions at the same time. I don't believe his weapons will harm your base, but your weapons, I believe, do to a certain extent, so just be a little careful with that. So we're going to drag this one over here. Now, we did the green, we've done red. Have we done the... I don't think we've done the rubber. Let's try rubber in there. I know with the raw one you get something different. Okay, so with the refined version you get an extra wheel, and it's just the regular wheels, the GSO one. So it's not too bad. It's the GSO little trekker wheel. Dinky wheels, but they turn and will steer better than their big brothers. So I guess with the combination of all of them, you will get a little bit more handling as well as a little bit more, you know, functionality out of the bigger ones. The bigger ones are, in my opinion, so much better that you really don't want to go with anything else. Let's put some wheels over here. And while we're waiting, I'm going to put down my solar reactor and my recharge bubble just so that it can start repairing some stuff up for me. Now we have one more. Yeah, there we go. One extra little thing right there. Okay, we're going to grab this one right here. This does not want to go in there. So these are fodder for the seller right now. We would probably be able to use them as fuel, or maybe even their base components, be able to use those. We've already made everything with those, so let's pick up our stuff, and then we're going to go out and try to find some more of those resources. But this time, we're going to find their base components and use their base components with this block and see if we can make anything new out of it. I don't think we've done that with the red stuff. Let's look at that real quick. Make sure that's something new. No, we have not done that with the... We've done it with the refined, but not with the base component. Okay, so let's see if we can get in there and just get one, because we don't really want to bust it all open. If you do, the rock is gone, and if you're not going to use those resources, you're going to have to wait until they pop back up. So it doesn't seem to want to go in there. In fact, we'll put it here on the back. It will get sucked up. Yeah, it doesn't want to go in there. So let's go over there and see if we can get some of the blue stuff in the rocks just down here. Holy crap, this stuff... There's just crazy amounts of it all over the place. This is awesome, guys. This is the best map. I know I keep saying that, but it's so freaking nuts. I wandered for like hours in one direction, just going past, you know, thing after thing after thing, and never finding like 99.9% of the resources I have within just like 2 feet of me. That's how friggin' nuts it is. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. Of course, that doesn't want to go in there either. Okay, so refined or not, not really something it wants to do. We do have this black material. I believe that's the rubber material that you get out of that one. Let's see. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure. We'll get one little thing out of it. There we go. And it's called carbonite ore. I don't know. Maybe that might not be the same thing. But it doesn't seem to want to go in there either. Well, that's the last one we can carry with that tractor pad. We are full up on the tractor pad, so let's go back and deliver it. There are some lights out there, but we've already done the light thing as well, so that's not something new we need to do. Let's just throw these on there. They will go through the whole list and be made into other items, which, you know, we can make more of those AI modules. Those are pretty cool as well. I don't think we've done the green one yet, have we? Not with the unrefined. Yeah, see, it's been refined on that one. Let's scroll down, scroll up. Yeah, so let's get one of those. See if we can make some. I know somebody listed a long time ago on one of our videos, you know, all the stuff you can do with these. Yeah, so there you go. Unrefined. Oh, and that is how you make a radar unit. That is going to be very useful, though. That's cool. So what other resources do we have nearby? We don't have any more of those gray bricks. There are some here. You can see them right there. Let's go ahead. Oh, 3. Perfect timing. We should bring... ooh, what's it going to make when it does 2 of those in there? Nothing? You know, that's something we haven't done. We haven't done the raw version of these items that much. Let's see. Have we done it with light? Because that's what those resources right there in front of us are. They're for the light, the Lexian crystals. We've done it with refined, but not raw. Yeah, so let's get one of those. There we go. Grab that, put that in the back. Will it do it? Nope, it will not do it. Okay. So let's get some of this blue stuff. In fact, we could go back to the base, but again, that's all refined because we have it hooked up that way right now. And at some point, you can actually set up like 3 parts of your base all separate from one another. That way you can have the unrefined, the refined, and then the stuff that just goes straight to the store to be sold. And that does not want to go in there either. Dang it. Well, let's come back here and we'll toss it back. Nope, it doesn't want to go that far. I guess you can't toss it over a tree. Come on, let me come over. There are no enemies on the map. This is a dramatic difference from just a like a patch and a half ago. They had so many mobs that you couldn't keep up with. You quite literally were just getting overwhelmed left and right. It was just it was so bad, but in a fun way. It was just challenging, but man, a little bit too much. Nope, that doesn't want to go in there either. So it kind of gives you an idea right off the bat, like what will work and what doesn't. You don't even have to, you know, put the item in there with it. It will just tell you, no, that's not going to fit in there. I think this is the same stuff as that other blue stuff, right? It looks a little darker though. What's it called? No, that's the same stuff. Let's see. No, it might be different. Yeah, that looks different. Let's get a little bit of that. I think we found this before, but it's different from the other ones. No, that's the same stuff. Why is it looking different than this stuff over here to our right? Is this stuff different? I think this is the fuel. Yeah, this is something, man. I need to learn what these things are and remember them. Come on, let me see. Rhodite seam. This is running through this rock. I guess let's get a little bit of that and try it with the raw resource. If not, we'll just leave it behind. Again, I hate to do that, and I probably should at some point bring the machine with me though so we can sell the stuff, but right now we just don't have the weight capacity for it. We're already pretty over encumbered as it is, and we probably shouldn't even be coming this far away from our base with this, because if we get destroyed, this is going to be a pain in the butt to try to get back or buy. No, nothing new out here. You will get different resources if you go out there into the desert or the salt flats. So if we can get our bot a little bit bigger, I just don't want to do it this soon. You know, like there's some really bad dangers out there if you press it too quickly, and I don't want to go out there and risk losing everything at this moment. So I think that's all we're going to be able to do there. We're going to come back over here. We're going to refine these resources. I think we'll make one more AI module just because it's nice to have those. And I do want to test out the AI on the bots because that's supposed to be something they improve fairly soon here. And they weren't really that bad in the last one. They were pretty acceptable. You know, they've been pretty miserable in the past where they just did not work at all. They would ram themselves into you over and over again, and it was just a pain in the butt. So it's nice that they have fixed that, or at least tried to fix it. You know, they're trying to improve it. There you go. So now when you go into build mode, it will toss out anything that is underneath your bot. So it didn't used to do that, and when they started doing it, they they overcompensated to the point where it would toss it out to such an extent that even when you could see for like miles away in all directions, you still couldn't see as far as it tossed it. That's how far that stuff was being thrown into the distance. Okay, let's see. Where's our... So we want the green one, or maybe the red one if we want to get some fuel tanks. Fuel tanks would be nice, but I think we'll hold off on that. Let's just do the green ones for now. Put that in there. Get another one of these as soon as it's been refined. Let's put that over here. We'll grab this, and we're going to stick this on our base somewhere, I guess. You know, again, if it's attached to your base, remember that your base is now controlled by them. So if your base is wheels or something like that, they're going to want to take off. But the plus side to that is they can actually protect your base if your base has wheels, or not just wheels, but weapons. So if you have weapons on your your base over here, it now becomes a defensive place, something that you can come back to for security instead of just having to constantly defend it. So it's very profitable and in your favor to protect that. Is that even attached? I think it's attached. It's kind of weird. It's like underneath the bot or something. I don't think it's supposed to work that way. Let's drop this off before we forget about it, because we don't want to take that with us. And you can kind of see right there in the back, the wheel that's on the back of our bot, it is kind of lifting us up. And that's kind of the problem that I've said you run into when you have a bot like this that is this long and this low to the ground. It's something you can get by and fix at a later date when you get more resources and more blocks and get bigger wheels. Bigger wheels is a huge, huge boon to the success and maneuverability of your bot. So I would highly suggest when you're ready, when you have enough resources, for you to go into the mountains. The mountains is where you're going to find the geocore blocks, and that's the big wheels that you really, really want to get. They are incredibly tough, and hopefully, if you're lucky, you will find one bot that is stuck on a tree or something like that that you can kill, and is going to be good for you. Now, ooh, is he? I'm gonna say I don't want to destroy all his stuff, but I definitely want that. Oh yes, look at this, guys. Just being a little extra cautious has netted me some really nice gear here. Let's see, what do we want to do? I guess we're going to get rid of these lights, and we're going to put them somewhere else on my bot for now. Actually, we might just get rid of them altogether, because I don't think I have any spots for them. But you can see the light is actually coming from my main cab. So what do we want to do? I guess we can put them on top of the cab. There we go. We're going to take this off because, well, we have an extra one right here that can go on there for the protection. And I guess we'll put this light here as well. Eventually, we were going to replace those with weapons as well. But for now, it's okay. In fact, let's do this. That way our bot is nice and illuminated. We'll put one in the center if we get another one. But oh, look at that. There's another guy sitting right over there. Let's see if we can kill this guy before we even get close. Well, we're hitting one of his wheels. What else are we hitting? That looks like a tractor pad maybe? Let's go ahead and keep blowing it up. I don't want to really destroy it, but maybe it will weaken him enough. Yeah, see, there you go. Some of his stuff is falling off. Now let's grab this weapon here. Throw that on there. Let's see what else. Oh, big wheel. We're going to take that, and we'll place one of these smaller wheels with it. It is very, very damaged, but hopefully it will not explode on me. This is another reason you want to do this during the day, so you can repair your bot as you go. You can see my bot is actually being pushed back every time I push the attack button. Better for you to wait. There we go. He's going to blow a little bit off. What was that? Some kind of lights. Holy crap, he's attacking now. I don't know if we can hit him from this direction. We did get a few items off of him that we hadn't seen before. So not a total loss, and there's still some stuff there on the ground. Can we grab that? What is this? Ooh, mortars. Holy crap, guys. We found mortars already? Holy crap. This is a great playthrough, man. This is awesome. This is one of the best ones that we found for not just resources, but pretty much anything. You can see he's shooting up at an angle, which makes it his weapon's not nearly as efficient, but he's still hitting us a little bit there. Oh, we're hitting him now. Oh, there we go. Can we take that? Can we get... Oh, woo, baby. Great. The base is yours now. Oh, there's a base over here? Is that what he was guarding? Where's it at? I don't see any base. Maybe they're just talking about the pieces he had. Holy crap, guys. Look at all those lights. Okay, so we're going to go out a little bit here, just because we'll redesign this in a little while, guys. Let's see, 1, 2, we want to have 3 on this side as well. There we go, a little spider bot going on. Let's put this wheel on. We got a couple more bigger wheels over here, so let's get rid of this one. What else do we have? We have another wheel, some more weapons. We did lose a weapon there. You can kind of see right there in the front. We actually lost 2 weapons. So it's nice that we got these to replace them. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and put this thing down and start repairing. If it will turn, it's going to turn on any second. It's daylight, just not quite. There we go. And what else do we have? We have another weapon over here, right? We do have another weapon, I think. Let's go ahead and change that to face sideways. Let's see, did we lose a weapon in the front? We did, but we got it back, or we got a new one. I think we got a new one. To be honest, I think the other ones got destroyed. Let's see, we can get rid of these and go with the big wheels. The big wheels, like I was telling you earlier, guys, they're not quite as maneuverable, but in the end, I think you're going to be better off with more of those than any of the other ones. Let's see, we need to go one, two, yeah, we need to go one more over this right there. Try to make it as even as possible, I think, or at least the best we can do. I mean, it's never going to be, completely perfect. Like I said, you're constantly making changes to it. Where can we put these? Can we put them here on the side? Oh, there we go. Not really going to be that useful to me, but I'm not using that space for anything else anyway. So let's go ahead and put those on. It's going to give me more light. It's going to give like a cool illusion to it. And I actually have seen that the different lights from the different companies give off different colors. And I don't know if that's really true or not. I've seen it, when you're waiting for the game to start and you're looking at the fighting that's going on and stuff. It shows that, and so I think that's a thing. But don't hold me to that because I haven't actually seen it myself. Let's put some weapons up here. Let's go a little further, see if we can back up into this. Can't wait until we get the batteries. I can't believe I'm asking for batteries already. Like, that's not something you're gonna get very often or very quickly. I guess let's put this. Let's see when we fire. Yeah, it still hits. It's not gonna go as far, but it's still gonna fire forward, which is gonna help us out. Let's back up a little bit. Actually, go straight a little bit and then back up. There we go. Get the other corner in there. We got another. What is this? A weapon? No, it's a light. It's a light we hadn't found yet. It's a GSO SOS searchlight. The searchlight will scan around and automatically focus on nearby enemies to stop them from sneaking up on you. So it not only shoots in one direction, but it actually scans around for targets, which I think is going to be really cool at nighttime to see how that affects us. Let's see, all the wheels are on that we need. There's another searchlight right here. Might as well put it on until we find some better objects to put there. We'll put this on as well. Any more wheels? Any more? One last look. Nope. That was a really good find, man. I like that. It definitely didn't like dramatically alter the balance of power on this little island or anything like that, but it did do something pretty well for us. So it did give us a chance. It said something about a base, and I don't see a base anywhere. I might be blind, guys. You probably, oh, there it is. It's out there in the distance. Yes. Let's go get it, guys. Let's see what this has. Now, when you find a base like this, it can be kind of difficult to actually pick it up. Like, you have to destroy, or not destroy, but knock the pieces off of the foundation to be able to get it. There we go. Can we get them? Woo, baby! Destroy! Danger, Real Robin. Get them? Come on, I want some of those pieces, but... Oh, there we go. You're exposed, guy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you knocked off... What did you knock off? Nothing, did you? I don't see anything. Oh, we lost a weapon. Okay. What else? And we lost a couple other things. Some of the lights fell off. I think we lost a wheel in the back. Yeah, that's probably what it is. We lost this right here. Okay, so we'll put this down. Let's go ahead and actually, we're going to put this over here, and we're going to move this over. And we're going to get rid of this for now. We're not going to get rid of it, but we're going to move it so we got more space. And the reason I'm doing that is because we're about to pick up all these pieces for our base. And there's a battery on it, guys. There is a friggin' battery on it. Can you guys friggin'... oh my god. This is epic, guys. This is not something that happens at all, ever. Okay, so how are we going to do this? What do we... Man, I wish I had an easier way. Well, we can just pick them up. Holy crap, you can just pick them up. Oh, this is fantastic. So much easier than before. Holy... I can't... I'm lost for words. This is so epic. This is so quick. I've never gotten these pieces this quick before. We're going to be able to do so many things now. We're going to be bypassing things left and right here. Okay, we're going to pick up all of this. Yeah, and I'll explain what each and every one of these pieces do once we get back to the safety of our base. I don't like to be out here in the desert region too long. We've already been out here for longer than I would like to be, because at a certain point, invaders will spawn. I think it takes like 15 minutes of being out here before the invader spawns, and we've been pretty close to that. So we need to move. That's what was in the way. Let's grab that last piece and haul butt. Nope, we need to pick that up. Come on, get it in there and get out of here. Holy crap. Okay, you can hold on to it then. Well, you're not going to sell it because we don't have that capability and we don't have a recycler yet. So all we need to do is get back into the grasslands, and there's no worry of a invader spawning. Just be very cautious. The area that's half grass and half not, like the area that we're in or were just a few seconds ago, uh, is kind of a gray zone. Like it can spawn there, but it doesn't usually. So if you're getting there and you're like, okay, I'm safe, and you kind of just stop right there, or you see them spawn like right at the last second, it is a thing that can happen. You definitely want to just pay attention to that. And I think, guys, actually, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. On the next episode, we are going to put all these pieces on our base. In fact, I may do that in between this episode and the next, just so that you guys don't have to watch while I kind of rearrange things. And then I'll explain why I did what I did and what each one of these items do, and how we're dramatically going to change the balance of power now that we have all these pieces, especially the batteries. That is a major, major find there, guys. But again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will most definitely catch you all next time.